Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Allegheny Morning Live. I am your host, Tyler Dickin. Hopefully everybody enjoyed their long weekend there. So today is Tuesday, February 18th, and for lunch we are going to have a choice of hot dog, Sloppy Joe sandwich, and a PB&J sandwich. Two announcements today. Attention shop members, please come to our meeting during activity period this week. We will be discussing a brand new project and would like for everyone to be there. We will meet in the cafeteria at the beginning of activity period this Wednesday, which is tomorrow. Attention seniors, the PB&J scholarship, short for peanut butter and jelly, is offering varying amounts now available in the guidance office. For more information and an application, please see guidance. That's all for the announcements, so let's go ahead and send it on over to Eric with weather.
Hey everyone, here is your 5-day weather forecast. We are going to be mostly cloudy today with our high temperature getting up to around 50 degrees and our low temperature tonight dropping down to around 31 degrees. We do have a chance of rain showers throughout the day. Looks like the main time is going to be after 1 p.m. and then ending around 1 a.m. tonight. Tomorrow, we're going to gradually clear, becoming mostly clear tomorrow night. High of 42, low of 26 tomorrow night. Thursday, we will be partly sunny. High of 33, low of 16 Thursday night. And then Friday, high of 36, low of 23. And then we'll also be mostly sunny on Saturday. So we're going to be no snowstorms on the horizon, but I do want to talk a little bit about the expected rainfall that we're going to get today. Right now, it doesn't appear to be much. The rain showers should be light to moderate. But if you look right here, just right there for Cumberland, only this GFS weather model from last evening is only forecasting 0.13 of rain, which is not a lot. So we're pretty confident that rain amount should stay below to around a quarter inch, meaning that any showers will be light to moderate, and we won't be seeing this very rigorous extended period. But areas just up to our northwest and west could be seeing ½ inch up to an inch, way up there north of Somerset County. So that's it for the rainfall. There will be a chance of some snow showers for the higher elevations tonight. It doesn't appear to be that much, but the official National Weather Service forecast is little to no snow accumulation. And you see right there, absolutely nothing. They are not buying any chance of showers. The GFS weather model that I just showed earlier said maybe some amounts up to an inch, but that's it just doesn't appear to be that much. And it'll just mainly be for the higher elevation. So again, little or no snow accumulation is expected, and no snowstorms are on the horizon, so nothing really significant to report of. That's all I got. Stay tuned.
Okay, thank you, Eric. So before we send it over to everyone's favorite sports broadcaster, we have a little video about presidents, I believe. So
Allegheny. Monday is President's Day.
So we're going to be listing off some fun facts about all 45 of the U.S. presidents.
Yeah!
Okay, so president number 1, George Washington. His wife, Martha, whenever George died, burned all the letters that she could find of George's. Sounds a little familiar if you ask me.
Fun fact about John Adams. His last words involved saying that he wished good life to his best friend, Thomas Jefferson, the 3rd President of the United States. Jefferson died 3 hours earlier.
James Madison was so obsessed with ice cream, he had an ice cream parlor built in his estate.
So our 5th president, James Monroe, was the 3rd of the first 5 presidents to die on the 4th of July, joining John Adams and Thomas Jefferson.
John Quincy Adams would skinny dip every morning at 5 a.m. the Potomac River.
President Andrew Jackson had a long history with firearms throughout his life. He was involved in over 100 duels, most of which were to defend the honor of his wife. And in 2 of those duels, he was actually shot, once in the chest and once in the arm. And then later on in his life, there was an assassination attempt on him where he proceeded to beat his attacker with his cane.
Martin Van Buren created the term okay.
William Henry Harrison was viewed as a drunkard by the Democratic Party that would rather sit in his cabin and drink hard cider than actually run our country. To battle this, he adopted those two things as symbols of his campaign and won the election.
John Tyler had 15 different kids. 2 of his grandchildren are still alive today.
James Polk was the first presidential candidate to be considered a dark horse when running for president. He was thought to be the plan B of his party, after Martin Van Buren failed to secure the vote. He won his party and then eventually the election and became president.
Zachary Taylor is the only president to die of milk.
Millard Fillmore's first wife was his teacher when he was a 19-year-old student at New Hope Academy in New York.
Franklin Pierce was arrested during his presidency for running over a woman with his horse.
President James Buchanan regularly bought slaves in Washington, D.C. and then would take them to Pennsylvania so they could be free.
Abraham Lincoln, during the Civil War, would send booze and whiskey to his best general, Ulysses S. Grant.
During Andrew Johnson's presidency, he made all of his own suits because as a young boy, he apprenticed as a tailor. President Ulysses S. Grant died of throat cancer in 1885 after it was assumed that he smoked upwards of 20 cigars a day. So kids, don't smoke.
President Hayes was shot 4 different times.
President James Garfield was not only ambidextrous, but he could write Greek and Latin at the same time with his 2 different hands. Arthur was known as Elegant Arthur, and because of this, his last day in office, 4 women offered him their hand in marriage, and he also owned 80 pairs of pants.
Grover Cleveland was the only president to be elected, not elected, then re-elected.
President Benjamin Harrison was the first president to have electricity in the White House, but he was so scared of electricity that he refused to touch any of the light switches. President William McKinley always wore a red flower on his jacket. One day during a march, he gave the flower to a little girl. Seconds later, he was shot and fatally wounded.
During one of his speeches, Teddy Roosevelt was shot and then kept talking.
President William Howard Taft was nicknamed Big Bill. He was so big that he actually got stuck in one of the White House bathtubs.
Go.
Okay, hopefully everybody enjoyed that little video there, so let's go ahead and send it right on over to David with sports.
In Allegheny sports news, over the weekend the robotics team attended a robotics qualifier in Columbia, Maryland. They received 2nd place for the Connect Award and 3rd place for the Inspire Award. Both of these are high honors for a robot team to receive. Therefore, for the 3rd year in a row, the team is qualified for the prestigious Maryland State Robotics Championship. Members of the team are Nick Smith, Hayden Leaf, Daniel Gregory, Spencer Samples, and Darian Donaldson. They will compete at the championship on March 1st in Westminster, Maryland. For more information, please talk to one of the team members or Mr. Dennison. And then tonight, the varsity basketball team will be traveling to Silver Oak to play at 6. And then in NBA news, over the weekend we had the All-Star festivities. Skill contest winner was center Bam Adebayo. 3-point champion was guard Buddy Hield. Dunk contest champion was Derek Jones Jr. Now, I didn't watch the dunk contest personally, but a lot of people think Aaron Gordon once again got robbed like he did against Zach LaVine a couple years ago. And then the All-Star game, Team LeBron won, and Kawhi Leonard won Game MVP, which was renamed to be the Kobe Bryant Trophy. And then finally, in XFL news, we had Week 2 over the weekend. The scores from Week 2, we had Eric's DC Defenders shutting out the New York Guardians, winning 27-0. We had the Seattle Dragons beating the Tampa Bay Vipers 17-9. We had the Dallas Renegades beating the Los Angeles Wildcats 25-18. And finally, my Battlehawks lost their first game, losing to the Houston Roughnecks 28-24. Now, as it stands, the Houston Roughnecks and the DC Defenders are the only undefeated teams left in the XFL. That's all I got. Back to you, Tyler.
Okay, thank you very much, David. I believe that's going to be all for Allegheny Morning Live this morning. Thank you very much for tuning in, and have a great day.